Hey, what's going on, Leos? Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams, which, as most of you already know, is definitely in my top 3. The Celtic Tarot, I love that one. It's the first one I really connected with, so it's kind of got this place in the top 3 for sure. And this one, Ramblin' Mike actually used this. If you don't know who that is, check him out. Love that guy's vibe. I believe he's an Aquarius. I believe. So it's natural for a fire sign to connect with Aquarius, but he's such a giving guy and just love the vibe. So if you haven't already, check him out. But he used this deck one day, and ever since I had to order one. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Leos? What message do we have for Leos? Try that again. What message do we have for Leos? What is coming in for Leos? All right, Leos. I'm a Leo rising, by the way, so I really embrace the Leo in me. I love connecting with Leos. The first thing that I see, Leos, the reason I mentioned that I'm a Leo rising is because I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing in front of me right now. First thing I see, Leos, I feel like, I do feel like you are about to meet someone or someone you just met, but this is definitely some new energy. And with this person, I feel like you knew right away. You know, that light bulb just clicked. You know, you knew, I mean, this person lit you up like a Christmas tree. You know, and I feel like it's one of those energies, like you knew exactly what you wanted right off the beginning here. You know, I feel like the first instinct is this person is going to be very important. You know, there's something big happening between you and this person. Even though I feel like it's more of a chance encounter. I mean, without sounding corny, I feel like it's almost like they swept you off your feet with a look. I mean, it all started with the look. And as, you know, opening up that communication with this person, I feel like you noticed so many different things. Like these, like I said, with your intuition, there's just these, you know, alarms going off. It's almost like, you know, when you win, you know, you have your little lottery ticket and you win any amount and you go get it checked and you hear that, woohoo, you know? It's like that. It's like, you know. And the more you talk to them, the more you know. You know, I feel like it's almost impossible not to smile when you're around this person. Even though, like I said, I feel like it's more of a chance encounter, but he didn't see this coming. The potential here, it starts from the very first encounter. It's how they make you feel. It's how they look at you. It's the way they look at you, and it's the way they talk to you. It's the way they carry themselves. And it's very, very confident, very truthful. It's the way they talk about things. I feel like you can talk to this person for hours. Very passionate about what they talk about. And like I said, it's very confident, but not too confident to where it's cocky. It's just, that's what I mean is that, when people say things to you and they're very passionate about it, and you can tell that they really know what they're talking about. What they're saying is the truth. I feel like it gets you excited when they're excited. Like I said, from the very beginning, you knew there was something different about this person. It's from the very beginning, it's very inspiring. I feel like from the moment you meet this person, I don't want to say, but I'm going to say, it's almost like from the moment you meet them, you wanted them, and it's almost like you want to, I don't know how to say this without sounding really bad, but it's almost like you just want to be with them. You want to, it's a very possessive feeling. Like you want to hog their time, and it's just like, I feel like you never really want to, like when you're talking to them, you never want to let them go. When you're around them, you never want to not be around them. Feeling very connected very quickly. Thinking about this person when they're not around. And the thing is all those feelings you're feeling, that's how they feel as well. I feel like there is a side of them that, even though they are truthful, I feel like there is a side of them that always tries to put their best foot forward when they're around you. And I feel like there is that same feeling from them. They want to possess you. You want to possess each other, be part of each other. And it's it's clear because, we have the Two of Cups as well. It's a strong bond. It's an unbreakable bond that I see with you and this person. Even though it was a chance encounter, sometimes that's how it happens. We have the Nine of Wands as well. Again, very protective, very, very early on, wanting this person all to yourself and them wanting you to all to themselves, not really wanting to share. Getting their undivided attention. And then we have that Emperor as well, very protective. And they feel a protectiveness from you as well. I feel like you suit each other very well in the sense that I feel like you're both very passionate. You're both very protective of what matters to you. Both very generous. I feel like you both have huge hearts. And that's one thing that I love about Leos, and that's what I say when I embrace the Leo side of myself. Leos have huge hearts. One of my best friends, he's such a great guy. He's one of those people that genuinely cares. And when you're his friend, nothing touches you. If anything's going wrong in your life, he's the first person to show up. And he's just one of those people that I absolutely, I've only been friends with him about 5 or 6 years, and I absolutely adore the friendship that we have. Such a dependable person. But anyway, we'll get back to the read. Talk about that later. Now with this person, like I said, I feel like it's very clear there's something going on here. And even though it is very quick, it doesn't stop this train from moving. I feel like the more, like I said, the more you find yourself around this person, the more you realize this is what you've been waiting for. This is what you've been waiting around for. And like I said, I mean, it moves very quickly into something real. And it takes a very serious turn. Even though there is that physical in the beginning, I feel like it does take a serious turn. And we have new love. And I mean, it keeps getting deeper. The connection that you share with this person is deeper and deeper the more we look at it. Finding, fantasizing about each other, fantasizing about a future with this person. We're already skipping the first date. We're just going right into the fantasizing about the future. What's that going to look like? And I feel like that just makes you even more happy. With this person, you're not just getting a strong partner, a great lover, but you're getting a new best friend. I see a strong friendship that really is a paramount part of this connection. Someone that you can really connect with in a really deep emotional way. Someone that just gets you. And like I said, I do get the feeling that this person has a lot of fire in them as well. Because I do feel it's a very strong connection, but it's very passionate. There's a lot of passion between the two of you. Passion in what you do, passion for each other. And I see a strong foundation coming from this. So you were right. When you felt that in the beginning, like I said, with that high priestess feeling like this person's going to be very important moving forward in your life. You were right. I see a strong foundation with this person. Like I said, we have new love. Even though it felt a little bit spontaneous in the beginning, I feel like as we move forward, we kind of realize, it's like when you meet someone and you really have these really strong feelings, and sometimes it may even feel awkward because you're like, I don't even know this person, but I really think about this person a lot, and I really want to be with this person. And it seems very spontaneous. But then as you get to know them and as it develops into a relationship, you don't feel so silly about it anymore. Because it was that alarm. The alarm went off. Like I said, I mean, sometimes we think about like love at first sight. And we're thinking, okay, this is silly. You know what I mean? I don't know this person. Why do I feel this way and so drawn to this person? And it seems a little impulsive. But as we get to know them, and as the connection really solidifies, we start to not feel so weird about it. It's like our energy. And that's the whole thing about it. Your energy, it can be drawn to someone's energy without you even really knowing the person. That's why strangers become friends. That's why we have these chance encounters sometimes where we meet someone and it just seems random. But it's not random at all. Now, like I said, I mean, and we're going back to that protective energy this person has towards you. That's not just someone willing to protect you physically. That's someone that protects you from yourself sometimes. Like someone that's always there for you, always building you up, always making you feel good about yourself, always complimenting you, always keeping you on the up and up. That's what I mean about that protective energy. It's not just about the physical protection, like someone tries to rob you and this person will punch them in the throat. I'm not talking about just that. I'm talking about someone that's going to protect you even from yourself. And that's a true partner. Someone, when you're having a badass day, a day where it's just shit's going wrong, shit's going sideways, and it's one of those days you want to go home and crawl into bed. You got someone like this beside you. And I feel like you do that for each other. You know, they see that strength in you. And I mean, it is something that they're going to want to embrace. Like I said, I mean, there's so many opportunities that come from this opportunity. You know, and I feel like you're going to, I mean, I see a lot of happiness, a lot of emotional fulfillment. I see a lot of physical pleasure. I mean, we're checking all the boxes here. And with that Nine of Cups, it's kind of like that's what it is. You know what I mean? You have these boxes that you in your mind, we all have these boxes. You know, we're checking the boxes. You know, this person doesn't only please me emotionally and mentally and physically. I mean, it's all of the above. And I feel like I said, I mean, with that the Seven of Cups, it's so many opportunities are coming your way for the both of you. And I feel like you make each other stronger. You make each other that much better. And in turn, that happiness you feel when you're together, I mean, that echoes through your whole life, which opens up all these opportunities. And like I said, I mean, at the end of it all, I mean, we have the Empress as well. So it's more of that nurturing. So that's what I'm saying is that it's that king and queen sitting side by side. You know, sometimes you watch those old movies. I watch those old movies, the medieval times and stuff, when you got kings and queens, and you have the king with this big ass chair, and the queen has this little tiny chair next to him. And that happens in some cases, but some cases you see the king and queen's chairs the exact same size. That's what I see here. You know, you're both equally important in this connection. You know, you both nurture each other. You both protect each other. Very loyal. You know, I see a very loyal connection between the two of you. But it starts off, like I said, I feel like it's more of a chance encounter. You know, just randomly meeting someone and just, like I said, they light you up like a Christmas tree from the beginning. And I feel like you do the same for them. And it's the way they look at you that starts this ball rolling. You know, it's almost like that admiration in their eyes. You know, when they look at you, you feel like you're the center of their attention, because you are. You know, there could be 1,000 people in the room, and the two of you are there. You know, the room becomes very much less crowded very quickly. You know, it's like you're the only two in the room. You know, feeding off each other's energies. Like I said, when one of you isn't feeling the best, the other one's there to fill up that cup. Now with this person, like I said, I do sense a lot of fire. I mean, we have Sagittarius, we have Leo, we have Aries. We also have Gemini and Aquarius. I'm getting some Pisces and some Cancer as well. What's funny is when I was talking about protective, my youngest son, he's a Leo. Me and him have this great connection. You know, he's just like a mini me. Excuse me. But anyway, one day my daughter, they both go to the same school. They're both in the same elementary school. And they are like best friends at home. You know, my oldest son is 2 years older than him. And they play sometimes together, but him and my daughter are just connected. And she's a Libra. But anyway, she was at school one day and she came home and she was upset. And we picked them up after school. So anyway, we get in the truck and she's upset and he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And she's like, "This little boy was picking on me today." And he's like, "What little boy?" Anyway, a kid from two classes higher than her, which is one class lower than him, had been picking on her. So she told him who it was, and I mean, it kind of passed. We weren't really thinking anything about it. The next day, we got a call from the school that we got to go pick him up because apparently he decided to go threaten this little boy. And it just Leo through and through. You know, don't mess with a Leo. You know, you want to piss somebody off, a Leo is not the person to do. And if you're in a Leo's good graces, if a Leo cares about you, that's all the protection you'll ever need. And like I said, I mean, I laughed inside, but we really had to have a talk with him because it's not the way to approach things. But I loved where his heart was. And he didn't beat the kid up or anything. He just let the kid know that shit wasn't going to fly. But he's got a huge heart. You know, he's stubborn as shit, which he probably gets from me, but he's got a huge heart. And I'm telling you, as a parent, anybody out there that has kids, I know that someday I'm not going to be here. I feel very comfortable knowing that he's going to be here with her. He'll always have her back. He'll always have his older brother's back. He's fiercely loyal. You know, he's a great kid. He's got a big heart. And it makes me feel so much better knowing that someday when I'm not here anymore, that she'll never have to worry because she'll always have two older brothers taking care of her. And especially him, because they are always together. At home, they're always playing together. They're always hanging out. When they play games together, when they watch movies together. You know, I know it really didn't have a lot to do with the read. I really wanted to get it out because it was something I was thinking about when I was doing the read, but that's just, that's just the embodiment of Leo's right there. You know, they got huge hearts. They're protective, they're passionate, they're loyal. You know, they'll do anything for you. I mean, I'm a Leo rising, and I will do anything for anybody. And I'll do it all. And all I want is a thanks. And I know with Rose, she always teases me. She's like, you always want appreciation when you do something for somebody. I'm like, when I do something for somebody, it's not about the appreciation. It's just the fact that if I go way out of my way for someone, all I want is a thank you. You know, you don't have to pay me. You don't have to make a big deal. You don't have to throw a party for me. Thanks is appreciation enough. She said, she's always saying, you got to pet the lion. Damn right, you got to pet the lion. Lion needs love too. Anyway, be good. Take care. Stay safe.